Assalamu alaikum, everybody. Thank you very much for being here today. I welcome our chief guest, Mr. Murtaza Wahab. Those of you who don't know him, young, dynamic politician who contributes heavily towards the improvement of our province and especially city of Karachi. If we had a few more like him, Pakistan will rise to a different level. So inshallah, we hope that he stays here and doesn't think about moving to Islamabad, higher assemblies. So he's also a friend of NICVD. He helps us a lot, for which I'm always grateful, and I must give him a hand for that. He's a big support to us. Getting things done through bureaucracy is horrible. Lots of us have had that experience, but this young man really helps us, and I really salute him for that. I would like to also here thank our two organizers, Professor Tahir Saghir and Professor Javed Syal. All this work has been done by them. I'm not involved. They just called me that please come here at this fantastic show that you're looking at today is the effort made by these two young men. They are pretty young actually. They are my students. Both of them are my students. They will acknowledge, so I will have to call them young men.
You're old.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Yeah, I acknowledge that. I also welcome everybody, especially people coming from outside Karachi. And if we have any overseas guests, you're most welcome to the city of Karachi. That we saw a very beautiful video. If you live in Karachi, there's no place like Karachi. I mean, I know people say Lahore hai, Lahore ne vikya jamia nahi, lekin trust me, Karachi is also Karachi. Vikya nahi to jamia nahi. But you have to live here to enjoy Karachi. So the scientific program is to highlight the theme of the conference, which is cardiac care in COVID era. Dr. Nawal spoke about it. If you all know her, if you don't know her, in my opinion, she is one of the best critical care doctor in the world. She not only consults at NICVD, but she also does telemedicine in US. Even they would like to have her responding to COVID patients. It's a great pleasure to have a critical care program. I'll encourage all those centers that are dedicated cardiology that you have to have subspecialties, and critical care program improves your mortality significantly. In your cardiac patients who come in shock, we have a proper fellowship. We have just 2 critical care fellows who pass their FCPS also. I would like to emphasize on 2 things here. First of all, original research, our own research. When we come to these meetings, I remember 20 years back, people will be talking about research work done by international authors. But now I think it is time that we should now restrict ourselves, especially in such meetings, to original data. We have so much original data. Like what Dr. Nawal spoke today, she also spoke, she was referring to the data at NICVD. All the junior faculty that is going to present in this meeting have their original data. I put a ban that nobody, one of the junior consultants, senior consultants, I can't tell them, but the juniors are only going to present original data. And I think these meetings should really be presenting our own local data, original data. Because I remember when we were attending these conferences, when I was a junior consultant, a lot of people would criticize here, and very rightly so. People coming from all over the country. All this data that we are talking about is patients in US, patients in Europe. We don't know how our patients respond to this. So I think it's time that we all get our research, started or whatever, and come up in these conferences, Pakistan Cardiac Society especially, with only original data. Okay, publications, of course, we know with the data, publications are also very important. So today's the program, there's also a very good social program that has been organized by Dr. Javed Sial and Dr. Tahir Sarir. So at the end of this session, Shafqat Amanat Ali is going to entertain all the guests after the event. So after you've had your dinner, stick around, we'll have some music. And tomorrow is a big thing because, there's one person I admire the most in the musical industry, not only in Pakistan, not only in Sindh, but all over the world. And there's one and only Abda Parveen is going to entertain everybody. And God, I'm so impressed by her. If she were taking any murids, I would be the first one. If you really want to see a living Sufi, this is a living Sufi, this lady. If you meet her, come close to her, and I, try my best to get as close to her as possible, because वो कहते हैं ना कि जिनकी सोबत में बैठोगे तो वैसे ही बनोगे. Okay, so hopefully you enjoy your stay. Welcome again. Thank you very much.